Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're unpacking a jewelry design staple that relies on what I like to call luminous alchemy. We're looking at the actual visual science behind silver and crystal. Now, you might be wondering, why are our brains literally evolutionarily hardwired to love sparkly things? Well, it turns out our ancestors actually associated shimmering surfaces with fresh water. Crazy, right? So today, we're going to break down exactly why this very specific combination of materials taps right into that ancient psychology and has kept such a huge presence in contemporary accessories. Let's get right into this explainer.
Okay, let's dive into this. The source material anchors its entire analysis on one absolutely powerful concept, and that is aesthetic synergy. In the jewelry world, this basically means two completely distinct visual elements interacting to produce a combined effect that is vastly greater than their separate parts. It's like a visual dialogue. The metal does its own thing, the stone does another, but together, they create an entirely new optical experience that honestly neither could ever achieve alone. And really, this is the entire foundation of our explainer today.
Section 1. The core materials. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer contrast at play here. Just look at it. On the left, we have polished silver and reflective metallic chains. They're smooth, they're continuous, and they offer this really cool, almost liquid reflectivity that just naturally guides the eye. Now contrast that with the right side, faceted crystals. Instead of a continuous reflection, these basically act as microscopic prisms, fracturing the light into a totally chaotic, intense sparkle. So you have the smooth, cool metal on one side and the sharp, refractive stones on the other. It's just a masterclass in complete textural and optical opposition. Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 2, the synthesis, the icy aesthetic. When these materials synthesize, the source text identifies four absolutely critical visual impacts. Radiant, meaning the piece practically emits its own light. Icy, it carries a crisp, unmistakable visual temperature. Luxurious, it instantly signals high value. And versatile, pairing effortlessly with almost anything in your closet. These aren't just buzzwords, they are the direct, physical results of combining those specific core materials we just talked about. Let's zoom in on that icy descriptor for a second. The source points out that this pairing creates a radiant, icy appearance. But how, right? Well, think of the reflective metallic chains acting like tiny mirrors. They are bouncing ambient light directly into the faceted crystals. Then, those crystals take that boosted light and fracture it through their cut stones. The result? This intense sparkle that literally mimics sunlight hitting frost. It's a super highly sought-after look because it feels vivid yet incredibly visually clean. The silver gives us this cool toned canvas, and the crystal drops in those sharp, blinding focal points.
Which brings us to Section 3, the appeal and versatility.
And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate goal of contemporary jewelry design, achieving a look that is both luxurious and versatile. Now, in the world of accessories, these two traits are, honestly, usually at war with each other. Highly luxurious items, they can feel way too heavy or just overly formal for, say, a Tuesday morning coffee run. On the flip side, highly versatile everyday items can kind of lack that premium luxurious punch. But the fusion of polished silver and faceted crystal, it walks this tightrope perfectly. Because the materials are clear and colorless, they literally don't clash with any color palette in your wardrobe, which grants you that everyday versatility. But at the exact same time, that intense refractive sparkle delivers an undeniable aura of pure luxury.
Moving right along to Section 4, enduring popularity.
So the crucial point is, because it balances luxury and versatility so flawlessly, this specific pairing has become a completely timeless favorite for women seeking sophisticated accessories. I mean, we're not talking about a passing fad here. The source material emphasizes that the sheer visual appeal of these materials ensures their enduring popularity. Think about it. Generation after generation, despite shifting fashion trends, totally different silhouettes, changing color palettes, this icy, radiant aesthetic just remains a constant anchor in the jewelry box. It is pretty much the exact definition of a safe, yet incredibly striking investment. So, to kind of summarize our core thesis today, the brilliant fusion of silver and crystal guarantees a final result that hits three major marks. 1, it is consistently elegant. It never looks out of place or like it's trying too hard. 2, it is undeniably eye-catching, all thanks to that aesthetic synergy of smooth metal and sharp, faceted stones multiplying the light. And 3, because of those two factors, it firmly remains a timeless favorite. It's a design formula that, quite simply, never goes out of style. Which leaves us with this final thought. We live in an era where fashion trends move at, well, the speed of light. What's in today is totally out tomorrow. Yet the literal physics of light hitting polished silver and cut crystal, that hasn't changed. And our human reaction to that icy radiance hasn't changed either. So in a world of fleeting trends, will the brilliant fusion of silver and crystal always remain the ultimate standard of elegance? Well, based on the luminous alchemy we've explored today, it's incredibly hard to bet against it. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope you look at your own jewelry with a fresh, analytical eye today. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.